My guest is a woman that exemplifies overcoming adversity. Patricia Krentcil, also known as Tan Mom, and the author of her latest book, The Color Tan. Welcome, Patricia.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's such an honor to meet you. We've been friends for a while now.
Yes.
And I'm just excited to have this conversation with you so that we can learn your laws of life.
Okay.
And you've been obviously through an incredible amount in your life.
Yes.
You are famous
Yes.
for the 2012 story when you were accused of abusing your daughter, Anna,
Right.
for putting her in a tanning booth.
Exactly.
And that story went worldwide. That story really put you on the map.
It was within a day or minutes. I was watering my flowers, and the streets were filled around. I live on a private block, just jam-packed with paparazzi. You name it, they were there.
So at the time in 2012, your daughter Anna was about 5 years old.
Right.
And how many years had you been tanning before this incident?
I've been tanning my whole life.
Your whole life. And let's just back up to that. How did you develop this love for the sun?
Well, I'm from Long Island, so we always were at the beach or on the boat. And my father, back in the day, they had like a stand-up, just the the sunbed part of it, and he would sit there with his records then, filled with aluminum foil, and he would sit there and tan himself. Like, he always had to be tan. And then his company sent him to Key West a lot, so I was always picked one to go, and I've always just been dark.
So your dad influenced you to have this love to be tan.
Yes.
Did you always feel more beautiful when you were tan?
Yes.
Was your mother a tanner?
No.
Okay. And so you had been tanning for years and years and years. Fast forward to 2012, and you're in your garden planting the flowers, and all of a sudden you're accused of abusing your daughter.
They came up to me, the microphones everywhere. You put your daughter in a tanning booth? And I went, I'm watering my bushes in the front.
Yeah.
And all these cars started showing up and people coming up my lawn. I go, it's private property. So they come up my lawn and I'm in shock. And they say, you put your daughter in a tanning booth? I go, I have no clue to what. You got to remember, no, my family is just in the house doing normal things. And all of a sudden, boomerang. They were in my face. I said, get off my property. So I started spraying them to catch them.
With the hose?
With the hose.
Wow, that's literally like out of a movie. Well, I know that the tanning salon that you frequented was about a block from the house.
A block and a half.
And you would take your daughter with you, so she would wait while you had your tanning treatment.
Right.
But at no time you ever put her in the tanning booth.
Never, not once. Me and my girlfriends, there's a pizzeria, a nail place, and the tanning salon, and we took our kids with us, and we make like a lunch out of it, the pizzeria, whatever. They didn't care about the tanning salon, but in the tanning salon, to make it correct, there's a booth that closes down, and this much level, not even a quarter of an inch.
There's even room for anything else.
She's a redhead, she's white. And then you go across the room, there's a mirror with music and a chair, and she would just sit there and listen to the music. And then she went to school the next day. They had a half a day. She got a little sunburn, as we were speaking earlier, a little rash. You know, she's white. And the nurse called and said there's child abuse going on. Where did this all come from? Nobody has the answer who started it, but the tanning owner said she never did this, because I didn't.
Right. So from that little suntan.
Right. And they took it to the world.
They took it to the world.
Yeah.
To this day, you have no idea who reported this alleged child abuse.
Exactly. It was the nurse up at school or a jealous neighbor. I was the youngest one that had this mansion. You know, I was tan, I was thin, I was 35. You know, I looked good. And I was always just shopping, not doing anything but shop. And, well, taking care of my kids.
Of course.
But what happened was, I think it was some jealous person.
So we don't know.
We
But-
don't know.
But what was your relationship with the other moms at school? Did you connect with them?
Yeah, some of them ended up hating me, and some of them, because I was dark, and some stood by my side.
And the ones that hated you, how did you know they hated you?
Oh, the remarks, the teacher in my son's classroom said, "Oh, let's bring up Tan Mom on your computer. He's a football player." All the football team flipped their desks and walked out of the room. The teacher did this at the school. I mean, that's sickening.
Did you have the name Tan Mom already before the arrest?
No,
Okay.
Tan Mom is
After.
brought on me.
Who gave you that name? Who coined the term Tan Mom?
I don't have
You
an
know,
answer.
do you like that name?
No. But people it's different from then and now. It doesn't bother me because people do know me as Tan Mom, but they know me more as Patricia Marine now today than when it happened in the beginning.
So whoever reported you, you were arrested
Yeah.
and you went before a grand jury in the
Right.
state of New York.
Right.
And the outcome was that the charges were not filed
Yeah,
and dismissed.
I was acquitted.
How many years did you go through that investigation for child
3
abuse?
years.
3 years. And how much money did you spend on legal fees?
Way over $200,000.
And of course, you never got a dollar of that back.
No.
But at least you had, your name was cleared.
Yeah.
During this investigation, you were married to Richard, right?
Richard, yes.
And from what you've told me, Richard was a really amazing husband.
Completely hands-on, did everything I asked, you know, vice versa. He was just a great guy, normal.
How did Richard emotionally support you during the investigation?
He was right there. I mean, it's your child. When you're a mom, that's your child. There's a lot of moms and dads out there that don't care about their kids. But I loved my kids. My kids were my life. I was married. I was rich. I married two
Well,
rich.
wait, but the question is, how did Richard support you during the investigation?
He gave me confidence that we'll get through this.
Okay.
We prayed a lot, and we cried a lot together. We couldn't believe what was going on.
Did he 100% believe in your innocence?
Oh gosh, yeah. No.
And your daughter, Anna, she was questioned by the police?
Right, and she said no.
And the owner of the tan salon was questioned by the police?
Right.
And what did they say?
He said no. The owner said no.
That absolutely not. The
No,
child
no.
was never in the...
No.
So let me ask you this. If Anna, your daughter, says, Mom didn't do this,
Right.
and the tanning salon says, no, why would it take 3 years if the two key witnesses to the case confirmed that you did nothing wrong? Why would it take so long?
Well, it started and then it went global. So it was the top story for over years. I mean, I could not leave my house. I couldn't leave my house for over a year. Then I moved into my mother-in-law's house to get away from that house. They followed me there. I'd go to the drugstore or Starbucks or whatever, and there they all were. The cops were called. They tackled me to the ground. It was mass murder. I lost it. Like,
It just completely infected your
Yeah.
mental health.
yeah, I was not okay.
And from what I read in your book, was it this investigation that led to you drinking alcohol on a more excessive basis?
I accept. No, I couldn't handle it. So I was drinking more wine. Like I have a couple glasses here and there. I was drinking like 2 bottles of wine,
A day? Or
a day and a half, whatever.
and the alcohol was basically your crutch to cope with the stress of living in isolation.
I lived
because-
in a fog. Like this was, imagine watering your plants and you're about to make dinner, and then you're number one in around the world over something you didn't do. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, of course. I can't even imagine, being accused and knowing the possibility that you could lose your child.
That
if-
too. Richard will, I'll be cuddled up in my blanket, and all I did is cry. I mean, I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't go out. I lost my friends. I lost my child, and my husband stood by me through this whole thing.
Well, your child remained living with you during
Yeah.
the investigation.
Right.
So you never lost Anna.
But it's like being lost.
But the fear of, oh my God, if this charge is somehow proven true, I could lose custody of my child.
Yes.
What would you have done if you would have lost the criminal case and they would have taken the child out of the home?
There'd be no way I would grab her and run as far as I could. As far away. I would take my child and just disappear. Because I didn't care about the house. That's all materialistic. I mean, that's my daughter. And just somebody, I don't know who, would love to know, had the audacity to turn my life financially, emotionally, just the younger kids, which, at the time were 16 and 15, whatever they were, exactly dates, I don't know. But they were struggling it through school. But my house is the biggest one, and all their friends, they used to call it, the fun house. I'm like, yeah, sure, you guys can go in the pool. So all the kids stood up for me throughout the town. They're like, she would never do this. They've seen me in the kitchen.
You were the nice mom. Everybody wanted to go to your house.
Right, that's right.
And that's because you are fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you make everyone laugh. You want everyone to be happy.
Yeah, I wanted, because I was always told no as a child.
Right.
So I did the absolute opposite. Like, I'd been spanked with a belt and all those things. I swore to myself, if I ever have kids, I would never do any. I've never once hit my children. I never abused them, left them, nothing.
So you and Richard survived this trauma, this lawsuit, this criminal case that was filed against you. Your marriage was stronger than ever. He stood by you, and when it died down, your marriage continued.
Yes, but then a little while later, we found out he had cancer. So then we had to deal with that.
And unfortunately, he passed away.
4 years ago, 4.5
4
years ago. It's been very rough. The kids cry every day. We say prayer, dinner, and stuff. And he was a good guy. There's not.
You were a very close family.
Yes.
As you raised the children.
Yeah.
How were the other children affected by the criminal case?
My family or
The children.
my older children.
Or any family. The
Well,
older children.
my family disowned me. They're
They
like,
disowned you?
yeah, they say make sure you don't put Wasilewski on the book, because they knew I was writing a book, and such mayhem. And then we just stopped talking. So I lost my family over this. They're like, what'd she do? What'd she do now? Blah, blah, blah.
Wow. So not only were you living in isolation, but your own parents didn't believe you.
No.
But when those charges were dismissed, didn't they think, hey, let me pick up the phone and frickin' apologize?
Well, at one point, when things got really chaotic, my in-laws are the most blessed people I've ever met in my life, and Richard's brother John, they loved me just the way I was. My family always taught me, don't bite your nails, look pretty all the time, be this, be that. It could never just be what I wanted to be. I was always told what to be, and how it's relevant is that it goes to um, today, I still have all those issues that hang over my head. It's not just a few months ago, I stopped taking um, my makeup off. You know, I keep it on in case the paparazzi showed up or someone, so I didn't look bad. So I mean, I literally wore makeup all the time. It was nuts. It was a nutville house.
Well, I mean, the hardest part of what you went through, I would think, is the isolation from your own parents. Their own parents rejecting you,
Oh
the
yeah,
rejection of the community, the rejection of the moms. Really, you pretty much felt attacked by the whole world.
yes. I had no one. I had Richard's family. That's all I had. And my mother in the courtroom said she's not fit to have her baby back. My
Your
own
mother
my attorney,
testified against you.
my attorney overheard her say to her attorney that that's what they were going to say. So my attorney came out and told me what she said. I went ballistic. I said, "Oh my," because I never really had a mom and dad. And then you want to make up and take my child. So that point right there is the most devastating part.
Well, of course. I mean, it sounds like your whole childhood, they wanted you to be someone. They didn't allow you to be who you really were. Then
Exactly.
you go through this and then they flatly reject you.
Yeah.
So you've dealt with rejection your whole childhood.
Yep.
What did you want to be during your childhood that they didn't allow you to be?
Um, I always just had to look pretty and not get dirty and be clean, and I just
Too many
wanted.
rules.
Yeah, I wanted to
Too
play in the leaves. You're gonna get dirty. I mean, you want to play. We know in the fall leaves come down, so forth. Snowboarding, all this stuff. They were, don't we don't want that.
Why did your mother have to have an attorney at the criminal case if she's not even a witness or a party in the case?
Um, oh, because they were trying to take my daughter from me.
Right. So
So
they wanted her testimony as to the quality of your parenting, essentially.
right, exactly.
And did your mother take the stand?
I don't. I was outside.
You were outside. Um, and your father was alive at this time too?
Yes,
And he also rejected you, both of them.
they stuck together. They're not. I don't care for them, so I don't want to go about it.
Of course.
I dislocated from them when I was very young.
Well, going back in time, even at the age of 16, you really wanted nothing to do with your parents.
Nothing.
So you weren't you didn't feel their love, and you were ready to, at 16 you were basically walked from your
Yeah.
parents. And you had, although your father was extremely wealthy and you grew up with everything you could possibly desire, you had a lot of trauma in your childhood.
Tons of trauma.
At the age of 5, you were raped.
Right.
Um, how did you cope with that as a child?
I didn't know what was going on. I'm 5 years old. And then it happened to me later, and then I'd see my older brothers and sisters like kissing and fooling around or whatever. Um, uh, then it's just sickening. My sister's boyfriends hit on me. My brother's friends hit on me. I mean, massively, go to bed, all that stuff. And I'm like, I was all by myself in a world that was I felt like everyone was existing but me. It stems from my childhood. I had to raise myself and do everything myself because I did not like them that young.
As wealthy as they were and as many needs as met were, was it that they didn't give you enough love? Did they know about the rape?
Yeah, I told them,
And how did they handle it?
I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry, and then end it?
Was the assailant criminally prosecuted for the rape?
No,
You guys didn't report it to the police?
no.
Do you think that subconsciously you resent your parents because of the way they handled the very first trauma you ever really went through?
Yes.
So their failure to take action.
Right. They didn't take a mother would go directly to the police and or comfort your child, obviously, first,
Yeah.
and then go to the police together, or they come to your house, and you know, you talk about it, what happened, and they didn't do any of those things.
Why?
Out of the 7 kids, I've always been the one. Yeah, I'm like the chosen. I can't explain it. I stand out. I'm loud. I'm funny. I'm outrageous. I go out. I love dancing. I like to party. My whole life I dealt with millionaires, my whole life, and tell you, broke is really bad to be because
And they,
after having it all, and then sometimes I've lost it, you're just like beside yourself.
no, it's tough. But do you think that the reason your parents didn't prosecute is because they were embarrassed? They didn't want the world to know?
No, we lived in it like the doors were locked. You're wealthy, the doors were all locked. We had maids, we had people do the floors, car services, you know, don't say a word. It was
Did
all hush hush, everything in my family.
very hush hush.
Yes.
Yeah, I grew up in a similar family. You didn't talk about private business. So it's probably from that culture, that philosophy of everything should be private, that they basically were afraid
Right.
to report the rape. But had they prosecuted the person that raped you, who was known to them personally,
No, they know who it was.
do you think your childhood would have turned out differently if you would have seen them fight
For
for
me,
you?
yes.
And so that basically killed the relate. You basically lost respect for them
Yeah.
after they didn't fight for you.
Yeah. And then they're crazy fighting between the two of them. I just couldn't take it anymore, you know. So I was
Yeah.
16, my friends were 17, 18. I just went out with them.
So would you say you stopped loving them after this?
Let's put it this way. My mother's passed away. I have no, and you might think I'm mean or selfish or something like that, but I miss her from time to time, but I have no remorse. You're dead, you die. I don't deal with that whole situation very well. You know, my father's about to die. He's like 90. My brother Michael just died. He raped me. Um, and I remember it all. I remember shutting my mouth, not saying anything.
So your brother Michael was the assailant at the age of 5. He's.
No, I think it was my father.
I feel like in a way, your dad influenced you in a lot of ways.
Yes.
Are you close to your father today?
I talk every blue moon. I really nothing to say to you. Nothing.
What age did you start going into therapy to heal from the trauma of the rape?
16.
And who put you into therapy?
My mother found someone for me to talk to.
So eventually, 10 years later, your mother decides that's when she wants to put you into therapy?
Right. Instead of all the years that were all the mayhem was still going on, living it as a child, you know, it's not the way you raise a child.
Your mother knew that her husband had done this to you.
I know she does.
Did she ever admit that she knows?
She
Did she
whispered,
ever say?
She whispered like certain things to the inclination of that it could have happened. Like she wouldn't say it, she would go around like in a circle.
And they continued to be married for many years after the rape?
Yeah, they've always been married.
Do you think that's one of the you told me your father was an alcoholic.
Yes.
What?
So was my mother.
From the day you were born, they were both heavy drinkers, alcoholics. every day of your childhood?
As far as I can remember, yeah. Yes.
Well, it sounds like it was a very, very, as quote unquote wealthy as it was, you really didn't get what you needed.
No, we didn't get what we physically needed for a compassionate family.
How do you account for the fact, because we've spent time together and you really have a golden heart.
Thank you.
You really are a loving, kind person.
Thank you, Steve.
And you treat everyone around you with love and respect. How did you do that after not getting the love that you needed?
Because it felt so good. Instead of being, you know, mean, I felt it's nicer to be kind.
Who could you run to as a child for
Lorraine, my oldest sister.
Lorraine. And where is she today?
Where is she today? She's somewhere in Florida.
Are you guys still close today or not so much?
But she's always at work.
She's always at work. She's focused.
We talk when she's a nurse. She's always busy.
So when you left the house at 16, where did you go?
All my friends' houses.
Oh, so you just went to friends. And then did you go on to college? What was the next big chapter after your childhood?
I traveled.
How did you get the money to travel?
I had my own money. You know, they had money, so I took it.
Okay.
And then I met a guy, and we fell in love, and I lived with him for 2.5 years. So I always had a rich place to go stay at. There was no reason for me to sit at home.
So you found an exit strategy to get away.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got married to Richard. Well, Jeff was your first husband, right?
Jeff, yes.
And how long were you married to Jeff for?
20 years almost.
And were you in love with Jeff? Or?
From time to time. I can't feel the passion I feel for Richard. Jeff was a drunk, and you know, I'm breastfeeding my child. He came home, broke down the door, and threw candy corns at me as I'm trying to protect her. And I'm like, I can't live with this. Then he disappeared on his bingers. So I called his parents. They flew out, gave me my first Xanax. I think I was, how old was I? 30, 32, maybe younger. No, I got married when I was 24, somewhere along that line. And I just sat in the corner again in a fog. Like, I thought, but the night of my wedding, he slapped me, and I called it off. My father said, it's jitters. They just always wanted to get rid of me. He slapped me on my wedding night, you know.
It's crazy.
The night before we got...
And was he drunk that night when he slapped you?
Yeah.
Why? Let me ask you a question. If you saw, and it's just a question, it's not a judgment.
Right.
I'm just genuinely curious.
Right.
If your whole life your parents were alcoholics,
right,
why did you choose to marry one?
Why did I choose?
Why Jeff?
I was engaged to Mark,
right?
And I truly loved him. And there's a little story to that about my wedding ring. His mother thought she'd get the same ring for a cheaper price, but that's the ring he gave me. So that broke my heart. And then I moved to Hoboken, and then I had to get the key from Jeff. He was going to Florida, and he gave me the key, and then he fell in love with me when he saw me. And he kept knocking at my door, so I finally went out with him, and he was always very, very nice, always. And then he'd go into this manic rage, and it scared me. It scared me like when my mom and dad fought.
So why'd you go through with it? If you knew he was an alcoholic and you knew he had these manic rages.
My father said, it's jitters. And I was 23, I think. And maybe he had a bad night.
Did you at any point in your life become an alcoholic from the trauma?
Through Tan Mom.
So when you married Jeff, you were not a heavy drinker. Didn't happen.
Not until Tan Mom hit.
Not until. So then you stay with Jeff for 20 years. You have 3 kids with him.
Right.
And what was the final straw to finally get you to leave Jeff?
Um, he pulled my hair out completely and punched me, but I was black and blue. And I said, I'm done. I took the kids and I left.
Did you have him arrested for the abuse?
Yes, I did.
And at that time, how old were the kids when you left Jeff?
That's hard. I'm so bad at dates.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
But then, how long did it take you to meet Richard, your second husband?
A year and a half.
So you met him pretty quickly.
Yes, I was going out with this guy on Wall Street, and he couldn't make it, so he asked Richard if he would meet me at the restaurant. And you know, she's a nice girl, blah blah blah. And one thing led to another, and they fell in love, and that was it. And then I had 2 more kids.
Okay. Was Anna the child of Jeff or Richard?
Richard. Anna's Richard.
Okay. Well, that probably made a big difference because he was the father of Anna.
And he took on the other 3 because I left Jeff.
Right. He supported them like they were his own children.
Exactly.
And they loved him? They accepted
Loved
him? How was it? Did Jeff abuse the kids during the
No,
first
my
marriage?
God, no. Marshmallow.
And Richard did Richard have any addictions of any kind?
Gambling.
But he wasn't abusive. He was sweet. He was nice. He was good to you.
His thing is some people go to hockey games or he like football games. He liked to watch the horses.
Not a drinker though.
What?
Richard wasn't a drinker.
No. He'd have a glass of wine with me once in a blue moon.
So you guys had a really happy marriage up to the 2012 arrest.
Right.
After those 2 marriages, and again, I'm really sorry that you lost Richard because I know you loved him a lot.
Yes. Thank you.
What was the lesson you learned most after looking at those 2 marriages about marriage?
How I should have been treated my whole life. Richard did that.
Well, thank God Richard came into your life.
Yes.
And gave you some of that love that you'd been missing for so long.
Yes.
Because you'd been in really a childhood where you didn't feel the love of your parents.
Yeah, technically, whenever something happens to you as a child, it follows you from that date that it happened, and it just will always be there in your head. It's in my head in the back, but I scratch it away.
After going through the criminal investigation and everything you went through,
right?
How did you overcome the trauma of the paparazzi and the haters and the people that mocked you for being Tan Mom?
Opened a tan salon with a friend and tanned all the time. Went to my regular places. Everyone knew me. I got everything catered, and they would make all the food and things like that. I overcame it by doing exactly what I wanted to do.
So how many years did you run your tanning salon?
3.
And was it a successful business?
It was successful. It wasn't tremendous, but it was successful.
But it helped heal some of the pain?
Yes.
That you went through?
Mm-hmm.
And Richard supported the opening of the tan salon?
Oh, yeah.
Why did it close?
Why did it close? Oh, we moved.
Where?
When this whole episode after left the house and moved to Florida.
Okay. And what did Richard do for a living?
Richard, he worked at Pre-Banyami, he's a stockbroker, for 45 years. And when there was the crash, he was 40, close to 50 or whatever. And horrible with dates, I'm sorry. And he got fired. So I'm like, oh, great. Like, what are you going to do now? You know what I mean? And he opened his own limo company, and it was fun. I had a limo because I go to the Stern show, and they're up at the show. They call him Driver, so his nickname is Driver.
Oh,
It was
wow.
really funny, and they all loved him.
What's your number one piece of advice to being as relentless as you are to people that are going through what you went through? How do they stay relentless?
Rephrase the question.
What's your advice to people that have gone through so much trauma, how to stay strong?
It's in your heart. I mean, you got to keep moving. You got to find the power in you. Like, say I walked in the room and he didn't like me. Who cares? I mean, I live my life. You don't like me, that's your problem. I can look in the mirror and I'm happy. I mean, I have deep, sad memories in my stomach I carry, but I live a happy life. I mean, I try to do the best I can, and I involve myself. I do cameos, and I've helped several people that have gone through what I've been through, and they appreciate me, sent me cards, thank you for your time, and just I care really. This one kid did not want to go to school. He was scared of being beaten up, and we had talked for like a week, and I got him, his own mother couldn't, back into school.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
And he loves school now today. We're still friends.
How did he reach out to you?
Cameo.
Wow.
His mom got him a cameo for his birthday. Could you help me give him advice about school? So my cameos are like 3 or 4 minutes usually, where other people go, happy birthday, click. Mine are meaningful. And even Howard has heard them and said, wow, she invited someone to live with her because they were homeless. And I just know all these feelings that have happened in my life that it's easier for me to talk to people about it.
It heals you to help others.
Right.
And to give love to others.
Exactly.
And even if you obviously touched that young man's life, and I know you've touched many other lives of your followers.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Any other stories of people that have followed you that you've helped?
A lot of fans changed their life around. My phone is 20 million phone, you know what I mean? And they write me, and I don't have time to answer everybody. I'm so busy all the time.
Yeah.
And I leave a little note. I'm thinking of you. I'm praying for you. If this is a horrific situation, call me back. And then I would scroll through my things and see if anyone really desperate was that desperate. But I always found the time to help people.
I love that. I love that so much. And one of the amazing things, positive, that came out of the scandal of you being labeled Tan Mom,
Right.
was that you got invited to be on the Howard Stern show.
Exactly.
And what was that like? How did you get contacted?
I didn't even know who he was.
Okay.
And that's the best part of it all. I'm like, Howard Stern. I'm like, all right, I'll go on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very careful.
You'd never heard of Howard Stern?
No,
Amazing.
never. No radio series 100. They're like, they know Patricia's not listening, so I have my own line. So they'll call me up and they'll be like, "You're on next," and I'm like,
right.
I go, it's 7:30 in the morning, and half the time I would be going to get my nails done and so forth. John Stamos actually hit on me. It wasn't a prank. I have a lot of pranks at the Stern show.
Okay.
And he actually said, I had a nail appointment. I was golfing. And he said, I'll take you to an amusement park and get a hot dog and cotton candy. I say, how about a 5-star restaurant, a bottle of champagne and a cocktail, a shrimp cocktail? That's me. Carnivals.
So you actually met John Stamos in person?
I've seen him around. I haven't like.
So going back to the Howard Stern invitation, so the very first interview with Howard, what was that like?
He's very kind, straight shooter. Come on, Patricia. And I'm like, Howard. And I'm like, we're talking to each other. Meanwhile, all these listeners are listening.
Of
I go,
course.
please, no more.
Did Howard ask you point blank, did you abuse your child on the record?
He could have, and I don't remember.
Okay. But he made you feel loved. He made you feel welcome.
He always made me special. Always.
Well, you told me in the car on the way here that Howard was one of the first journalists that really vindicated you
Yes.
in the public eye
Right.
and let you tell your story as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you've also built a friendship with him. How many years have you guys been friends now?
17.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
And you even sang happy birthday a la Marilyn Monroe to him at his 60th birthday party.
That was the craziest. See, I'm wild. And my shoes were $4,000. My dress was $399. Never would have known it. You know when you could put a clothes on and that's you?
Absolutely.
So I had those shoes, but I grabbed the wrong shoes to match the dress. So on the red carpet, I'm taking off my shoes, and Joan Rivers goes, "What are you doing?" And there's Bon Jovi and Seinfeld, and they were cracking up. I go, "I picked the wrong shoes. I didn't know what to do." So I grabbed a bodyguard, and I'm like, "Where do I sit?" Because I didn't know what, this place was mob. Everybody, but who was anybody was there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where was the party?
In New York at a restaurant.
At a restaurant.
I'm pretty sure.
That is so amazing, though. So you just basically went barefoot. You're like, I got the wrong shoes. I'm going barefoot.
Yeah, I didn't care. That's
Good for you.
me.
Barefoot in a ball gown, baby.
Right.
I love it. I love it. And I mean, obviously, Howard must really love you if you sang "Happy Birthday" to him at his party.
Yes.
But obviously, I'm a huge fan of Howard Stern. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I've listened to him for years,
Right.
and I just love him. I've never met him, but I just think his style of the way he talks to people is so magical.
Yes.
But he also has this great sense of humor. Did you ever feel like Howard was making fun of you?
He goofs on me.
But you don't mind it?
No. He said on the radio, I had to hang up. I hung up. I was on hold, and she's probably going to get her nails done or something. I'm working 7 days a week, and when they had called her, I was laying in my pool with my phone.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, talking what's going on or whatever. I go, can I call you back? I'm in the pool with the phone. He's like, what is this girl do? Like, how does she get away with all this stuff? And it's quite funny how I do.
So how did you guys become close? How did the friendship develop?
He just automatically was just so kind to me, kept that rapport. And then he asked, my hip is killing me.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just telling the audience that Lamette and like Chris Wilding and Wolfie, keep your eye on her. That like they worry about me. Like I went to the hospital, they were like, "Oh my God!" I was on the Howard Stern show. I just had a double coma, and I was whacked. And I called. They wanted to talk to me, so I called them. They're like, "You can't get like special privileges here." Like, and I go, "It's the Howard Stern show." You know what I'm saying? So they let me talk to him. And I'm like,
From the hospital bed, you're talking to Howard.
Right.
What's the number one thing you learned from Howard Stern?
Number one thing, be honest.
Love that. What being around all those celebrities, Howard obviously and Joan Rivers, what did it feel like to be in the company of
I've
famous
spent
people?
my whole life.
So you were used to it.
There's no shocker.
So do you look at everyone as a celebrity, or you've just been around celebrities so often that you have no nervousness, no
At first, I always have a
fanfare?
twinkle of nervousness, but no, I've been surrounded this my whole life. It's a story.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Who's my crush?
Like, who do you, if you
Well,
could go out with any celebrity,
Lyota.
which one? Like,
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Ray Liotta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved him.
Stunning. I love sex appeal. I love wild men.
He was an incredible actor.
That's what I'm saying.
I
like,
mean, so
yeah,
so
Robert De Niro.
so handsome. Robert De Niro. What about Al Pacino?
Al Pacino. Oh, forget about it.
Did you ever meet Al Pacino?
I met Al Pacino. I met a lot. When I was going out with Gil, I met so many people. You dress up big time in LA, and you just we knew half the owners, or Gil did.
That's
so
awesome.
we just got the red carpet treatment, the whole time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Did you become close to any of them as a true friend?
Not just if I was out, they would know who I was and say hi and stuff like that. But I'm not like one of big gatherings and calling people. I quite frankly hate the phone. It's always ringing.
I thought you loved the phone. Every time I'm with you, you answer your phone.
I don't know, because it could be the kids or something wrong.
So that journey, I think being on the Howard Stern show was very helpful to you in terms of becoming a persona, becoming a personality. And in a way, you developed your own brand of
Yes.
Tan Mom. And you took it to the next level. You went on Good Morning America. You were on every talk show.
Oh, God, yeah.
Except a few. But you got a lot of exposure. You
Yes.
became known. Your following built. How did you develop your brand as Tan Mom to turn it into a platform?
Well, once I got over drinking too much and received myself back again, if that makes any sense, your body comes back to life. And I was never really like intimidated by anyone, so it was easy for me just to click with people. And if I don't like you, really not a great idea, because I'm not that nice when it comes to that.
What about social media? Did you hire people to help you create your channels? Did you do it yourself?
Myself, agents, just published my book, just random people helping me out, doing things, all different talk shows, podcasts.
What your latest book, which came out December of last year,
Right,
The Color Tan,
right.
obviously speaks about a lot of the stories we've shared during this interview.
Yes.
What are you most proud of about yourself?
In regards to the Stern Show, or in
Into
jest?
your life. Your life. When you look back on all of the traumas and the tribulations and the good stuff too, what is your biggest accomplishment in your own eyes?
Learning how to just be me. It took me forever to be me.
What does it take to become our most authentic self?
A lot of hard work. It doesn't come simply. You gotta constantly remind yourself. Somebody starts being nasty, I hate fights. I just walk away from the situation. If you follow me, that's not a good idea. But if I can walk away, I walk away. I like people that are kind. I surround myself with good, healthy people that like to have fun, go out dancing. I love to dance, so much fun. I can't lately anymore, but unfortunately. But just being you, not someone else telling you that you're not you. If that makes any sense.
Well, definitely being around, like the more comfortable I am with a person, the more my true personality comes out.
Right.
Like I am really comfortable with you because we are friends.
Right.
We've spent time together. Do you think you have to know the person in order to be your most authentic self? as a friend, or can we be our most authentic self in front of anyone if we're truly ourselves?
If you're truly yourself, you can be yourself in front of anyone.
Yeah. What's your advice, though, to people that are afraid to be their true self? They're afraid, whether it's their sexual preference, whether it's their fashion style, whether it's,
You got to remember who you are before you can interact with other people. It doesn't click. Until you find yourself, and sometimes it takes a day, a month, a year, 10, 20. But once you find your actual self, it's so much easier to do things and be social and interact with people and so forth.
what was it like writing the book? Did it help you find you?
We lost, it took about a year, close to less than a year to do it. And we were on the phone every day till like 8 o'clock at night, every single day.
Wow.
And we saw my phone bill. So, no, he just started typing. I just started talking, and we became really good friends, best friends. And I trust him more than my family.
No, he sounds like a really nice person. I'm
Yeah.
glad I got to meet him
Yes.
on the way here. Did you shed tears as you told the story again of your life?
Oh God, yeah. I cried, and then at the end, the middle to the end is all kind of funny.
What's the funny part?
The funny part, making fun of people in there. It's a romantic play because you don't want to get a lawsuit by using the real name.
Yeah.
But you say Lonnie, you know who Lonnie is, but you didn't say it. So we covered our butts because we did this on our own.
Yeah.
Every single step of the way.
What did you learn anything new about yourself from writing the book?
More memories of my past came into my head that made me depressed really bad. And it was really sad, just sad. And I just found myself losing it. And then I would call Ryan, I would talk to him because he's really a very smart person. And he's like, this is the reason you're going through this right now, kind of thing. Because we all, I don't care who you are, have a story to tell.
Very true.
Yes. And people that don't are the biggest liars of all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there could be a human being on this planet that doesn't have a story.
Exactly.
The question is, are they brave enough to tell it?
That's
And it's really hard to own your story. You know, when I went through my own trauma
Right.
of having my law license suspended for 3 years, there was some shame on my part, even though I did nothing wrong
Right.
in the case. And just like you did nothing wrong, right?
Right.
But when you're accused of doing something wrong, it's probably one of the deepest pains you can ever go through.
because you didn't do it.
But then you ask yourself, why am I feeling upset about this? I know I did nothing wrong.
Exactly.
But it still hurts. It's the rejection of the world.
It takes you a long time to unguilt yourself over something that you did not even do.
Exactly. Because we have this tendency to frickin' blame ourselves and attack ourselves. Did I do something wrong? What could I have done better? Going back, what could you have? You didn't do anything wrong.
No, I didn't.
If you could go back in time and erase the Tan Mom scandal, would you?
If I could, yeah.
You would. And what if no one would have known who you were? Because as horrible as that situation was, it did connect you to the world. You have, many.
Everywhere.
If you had to pick, would you go back in time and erase the scandal?
wish it like it never happened. We were a good family, and we all got so terminally affected by it that my family changed.
It's crazy that after, I mean, so many people are arrested for child abuse. So many people are arrested for murder, but their stories don't go freaking crazy like yours did. Why do you think the world and the paparazzi made your case a spectacle?
I dealt with it like this since I was a little girl. I stand out, and that's the story of my life in a nutshell. I'm not sitting here saying I'm Miss America or any, there's something about me. You're either going to love me or you're just totally going to totally hate me. There's no in the middle.
You've always been different,
Different.
in your own way. Something about you is you are magnetic.
That
And
everyone
you
says
are
that.
fun. You are definitely fun. So if I said to you, what do you want to do tonight that's fun? Where would we go?
What would I what?
Where would we go? If I said, Patricia, we're going out for girls' night. Where do you want to go?
Where would I go?
Where would you go?
A really nice restaurant.
Fine dining
I
all the
love
way
fine dining. And then go to the Avenue, which is like
in Delray.
tons of gorgeous men. Yeah.
But you are currently in love. Am I not
Yes.
mistaken?
Yes.
And how did you meet your current love?
Over the phone.
Amazing.
Instagram.
And he just messaged you and was like, hey, I think you're beautiful. Will you go out with me?
We not go out with me the first sentence, but we started talking. There's something about me and him. We kind of look a lot alike. He's like me.
After you've only been married twice, right?
Right.
Is this going to be love for the last time? Are we done? Like, do you think Miles is
He better
the last
be.
love?
He better be.
He better be. How long have you guys been together now?
8 years.
8 years. That's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Are we going to see some wedding bells, or what's your prediction?
I don't want to get married and walk that plank. I'll take the ring.
Walk the plank. You don't want to get married.
No.
Been there, done that.
Been there, did it. A small one, maybe. But if he hurt me and say you had a child or something like that and with another woman, I wouldn't stay with you. So it's just me with another child.
Is Miles the best of all of them that you've had in your life? All the men?
Mark.
Why didn't you mentioned the story with the ring, and why didn't it work out with Mark if he's the best of the best?
Because he broke my heart. He took the ring.
Yeah.
And his mother wanted to get the same ring, but just cheaper.
And that pissed you off?
Beyond.
You mean when he wanted, just that act of exchanging the ring that he'd already put on your finger?
Right.
And he's like, my mom said I can get it cheaper. You were like, that's it, I'm done?
Yeah.
So that one thing just blew the whole thing.
Yes.
But if you loved him so much.
He had called me. I was in my apartment. Jeff had come over, and he said, I'm really, really sorry. Would you please come up to Albany? And I declined. And
he lost his chance.
So you don't know what could have happened if I said yes. Then I wouldn't have dealt with the whole Jeff situation.
That's true. It could have averted, your life would have taken, what did Mark do for a living?
He was in law school doing construction work.
But this is what boggles my mind. Obviously, Jeff doesn't qualify. Jeff was a horrible husband.
Oh, please.
Miles was an amazing husband. But yet you say the best was Mark over Miles.
Today, it would be Miles. But you asked me... If you asked me out of all of them...
Who was the best? And you said Mark.
Mark.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out, why you put Mark over Miles as the best man that you've ever known.
Because I need a little longer time to get to know him better. Actually, I knew Mark 2 years before we got, you know what I'm saying? It takes time. I'm not rushing into anything.
What is it about Miles that you love?
He's a character. He makes
Is
me
he
laugh.
kind? Is he sweet? Like,
Yeah.
give me some dirt.
He does kisses, emojis, and all this stuff, and flowers, and um, he just thinks really highly of me. He thinks I'm very, very pretty, and he likes my personality. She goes, yeah, she's nuts. Like she'll say to his friend, she's nuts. I have my wacky side.
Is sex an important part of the relationship with Miles?
No,
So, in this chapter of Patricia Ann,
for me to actually interact to that capacity, I would have to feel his heartbeat against mine.
right?
And that turns the cycle for me into love.
Have you had sex with Miles?
Not yet.
8 years?
Yeah.
So, you are in love with Miles?
Yes.
But you don't. I guess the question is, most people would
I'm not
wait.
over Richard.
You're not over Richard. So if you're not over Richard, and you probably may not be fully in love with Miles.
That's to tell.
Do you think a true romance can exist without sex?
Yes.
What is it? Is it the romance that Miles gives you? Is it the attention? What is he filling in your soul that makes him your boyfriend?
He's intriguing. You never know what he's gonna do. Like you never know what I'm gonna do. We kind of connect in so many ways.
Yeah.
He makes me smile and laugh. I look for his texts and stuff like that. And he's gorgeous.
I saw this amazing Instagram video by this old rich lady. I can't remember her name, but she said, if you ain't married, honey, you're single. So if a super hot man, like we're out for girls' night on Atlantic Avenue, and somebody that looks like Ray Liotta comes up to you, are you going to give him a chance? Or are you going to be loyal to Miles?
That's a hard one. I'd be loyal, but I'd keep his number.
There you go. Well, after everything, all the stories that you've told, and just I want to thank you for, sharing your traumas and your triumphs. And congratulations on the book.
Thank you. And also that it's on audio now.
That's incredible. So you literally just came out with the audiobook. The book is on Amazon. The book is on Barnes and Noble. The book is really everywhere.
Yeah, you can go to my website as well.
Thecoloredtan.com
Right.
is your website.
www.thecoloredtan.com.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
For writing a book. That is a massive accomplishment.
Thank you. None of my own family said anything except for Austin. They all don't want any part of it. They don't like entertainment. They hate that I'm in the entertainment world. They're like, what do you do?
How could anyone not like entertainment? Like, to me, it's the most exciting thing in the world.
Exactly.
Like, why wouldn't? That's got to be jealousy.
No, it's just like going out to dinner. You don't know what's gonna happen. You can get the wrong dish and send it back, and the guy spits in it because he thinks you're a bitch. Oops.
It's all right. It's all good.
And I'm like, my order is wrong because I'm very particular, and it's always sent back. My cocktails are always sent back wrong, and I just.
We got to find you the right restaurant.
Right. No.
We need to get you a restaurant sponsor. But look, why is it a surprise that your parents didn't support the book? They've never supported you.
No.
They've never, and when you needed them the most, they weren't there for you. So
Right.
It's not a surprise that they're not cheering. So your dad, who's still alive, what did he say about the book?
Nothing really.
Nothing?
No, he's like.
Nothing like, honey, I'm proud of you. You wrote a book. But he was probably afraid that
To
you would
read
make
what
him
was
look,
in the book.
He was terrified.
Yeah, of course
because
he is.
I mean, look, he's not going to, obviously, what happened, and your father doing what he did, he's probably just really worried about his own reputation more than your success.
Exactly.
Who was the happiest for you for your book? Who really cheered you on?
My girlfriends.
Did you I know you've had several book signings at bookstores in various cities.
Yes.
What was your favorite event for the book so far?
New York.
And what happened there?
Well, it was with Chris Wilding and Lamette, and I think they're both good looking, and it was a very flirtatious. He took this black and white picture of me and him holding each other. It's sleeting snow, but it's the greatest,
Photo.
like,
You
black
got to
and
send
white.
me that so we can share it.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, it's.
Am I sensing an attraction for Chris here? I'm sorry, but my intuition's telling me.
No, I'm totally attractive, but Chris Wilding.
You're a flirt.
Chris
You're a flirt.
I'm a flirt.
You're a total flirt.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
beyond a flirt.
Yeah.
I'll pass for it.
Listen, flirting's not a felony the last time I checked, right? It's all good. 8 against the law. Flirt away. Laugh as loud as you want. Live as loud as you want, and just be you, right?
Yes.
I love that. What is your number one law of life?
Lie.
Law. Your number one law. Your number one philosophy of living your best life today.
Watching my children grow up and succeed, because I did that for them. I never left their side, never. And then to be accused of that, just cut it open and throw your heart out.
So your relationship with your children.
That situation destroyed my family. We were tight, and now it's, oh, she's in entertainment, she's this, she's that, And I'm like, I'm none of that. I'm still me. That follows me because that's just the lifestyle I've led. Like, all my sisters and brothers work. I mean,
you've never been convicted of a crime.
No, nothing.
You've never hurt anyone.
No.
You took your pain and you turned it into a passion.
Yeah.
You're helping people, you're influencing people because you're letting them know, listen, be you.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
And own your story. It's not easy to talk about what you've been through.
Not at all.
And you did it.
Yes, thank you.
I'm really proud of you. I acknowledge you. And thank you for all you're doing in the world.
Thanks.
For writing this beautiful book. Everybody can check it out. It's called The Color Tan. You can go to www.thecolortan.com and follow Patricia on her Instagram, which all those links are on her website. And let's all take a moment to appreciate the bravery of everything you've been through.
Thank you.
And just your resilience and conquering adversity. And we wish you all the luck with your new book.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for sharing your law of life. I hope you guys learned something. I know I did. Thanks for watching.